So the DJI Mini 4K has been released. In today's video we're going to go through the specs of this drone, take a look what you get inside, do the unboxing, and I will show you some test footage coming out of this drone. So at the moment you can buy this drone for $269 for the standard kit. Interestingly, if you look at the bottom of the box, it says on the bottom it's a DJI Mini 2 SE. So let's go ahead with the unboxing and see what we get in this box. It's very nicely packaged. Right, we get the drone itself, and there you can see the DJI Mini 4K. I'll put that down for a while. Next you get, in there you get this box. Next you get this box, and inside this box is, what have we got? We got some spare blades, 2 of each, and a set of screws. We've got a USB-C to USB-C cable, which I will need that. It's charging cable, USB-A to USB-C. A legacy micro USB connector. A screwdriver for replacing the props. Some drones information. Oh, this is new. Drones information notice about the ESA Class 0. Yeah, so as this is a new drone, you get a Class C label on the drone, which is on the bottom there. And here's the information if you want to read that. So I believe in the EU, if you've got a sub 250 gram and it's not a Class 0, it's classed as a legacy drone, so you won't be able to fly it in many places as a Class 0 drone. Also, it looks like you get a couple of stickers included. What we got here? Oh yeah, a DJI logo. All little drone bits on there. Some more DJI stickers. And another DJI sticker. We get a quick start guide. Japan flight safety rules. Safety guidelines. And a QR code to download the DJI Store app and the Lightcut app. And finally in the box we get the RCN1C controller. Oh, I tell you, this feels a bit lighter than the RCN1. And there we have it. It's a fantastic controller. All the buttons you need. Yeah, if you see on the back, RCN1C. Yeah, that's quite a bit lighter. I'm going to have to weigh this because I've got the RCN1 down there. I'm going to weigh them. So there's a slight difference in these remote controls. The RC1 and the RCN1C, it's quite a weight difference, so I'm going to go ahead and weigh them. So this is the RCN1 controller. I'm going to go ahead and weigh it. And that weighs, I don't know if you can see this in the camera, 383 grams. And the RCN1C weighs 315. So yeah, it's quite a bit lighter, so 315 and 384. Yeah, substantially lighter. Although on the back I'm seeing the battery's the same capacity at 9.36 watt hours, which I don't quite understand. There you go, you can see the watt hours in that one and the watt hours in the original. Specs wise on this new drone, the Mini 4K, it's exactly the same as the Mini 2 SE. Bar the bit rate has been increased from 40 megabytes a second to 100, which is a substantial amount, but that won't necessarily mean your image is going to be twice as good. The other change is the Class 0 label, and the controller, as we spoke about, is the new DJI RCN1C. It's also got a 4K camera, and you can record in 2.7 60 frames a second, which is a nice feature. Other than that, it is basically a Mini 2 SE. If you want to check out the specs yourself, unfortunately you can't go on the DJI website for the Mini 4K, but you can look at the Mini 2 SE specs, as this is identical. So let's go ahead and take all these stickers off, and we will weigh the drone actually to see if it's a slight difference than the Mini 2 SE. And let's unfold the arms. And we take the gimbal cover off. And then, normally there's some foam in the gimbal, but no, there's nothing in there. it's ready to go. So I fully charged both batteries, as you can see. Let's take a look at the battery. Let's take it out. And there's the battery. Is that the same as the DJI Mini 2SE? I think so. 2250 milliamp hours, 17.32 watt hours. That's 7.7 volt. So now let's check out the weight of the, first we're going to weigh the Mini 4K. Let's see. I'm expecting it to be slightly heavier because, yeah, it has got a new chipset. That little label on the bottom. Well, I don't know if my scales are going to pick up the weight difference. So the Mini 4K comes in at 239 grams. And the Mini 2SE comes in at I need to put a battery in. I was going to say 160 grams. And the weight of the Mini 2SE is 242 grams. Interesting. Let's weigh them both again. 239 for the 4K. And 241, 240, yeah, it might be my weighing scales are not that accurate. So I'd say both are 240 grams, which is actually good because it allows you to add accessories like, say if you wanted landing feet or a strobe light on the back without going over the 250 grams limit. Whereas the likes of the Mini 3 and the Mini 4 Pro are already 248, 249 grams, so you can't add any accessories. If you're actually watching this video deciding which one to get, the Mini 2SE or the Mini 4K, as there's only a £20 price difference, I would say definitely go for the Mini 4K. There's nothing wrong with the Mini 2SE, but just to get 4K recording versus 2.7 for £20, that is yeah, go for this one. If you do decide to get the Mini 2SE, it's a fantastic drone. You'll be more than impressed with the image quality. I'm not even so sure if the image is going to be better out of this one than the Mini 2SE. That's what I'm going to, in a future video, I'm going to test these two, put them side by side. There must be a difference, but whether you can see it or not, I'm not sure. Right, so let's go ahead and set up the drone now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is fully charge both the drone and controller, which I've already done. Next up is you're going to want to put a operator ID label on. I haven't put mine on yet, but I'll be putting mine up here. So yeah, if you're new to drones, you're going to need to put an operator ID on this. So if you go to this website, I'll show you this now, in the Civil Aviation Authority, you need to register as an operator. It's very easy to do. It costs £11.13 for 1 year. You just get a long number that you can either write on the drone or print off a label and put it on there. To download the app for any DJI drone, you cannot download it off the Play Store or Apple Store. You need to go to the website. So if you go to the DJI website, not the DJI Store, and then click the three little lines at the top, go to support, go to the download center and click on the DJI apps and click on the DJI Fly app, and you download the Android APK file. Now this will warn you because it's, there you go, file might be harmful. Well, you download this at your own risk, but I've been using it for a year and no problem. So I've already downloaded that, so I'm not going to download it again. So we've now downloaded the DJI Fly app and logged in. So now we're going to click on the connection guide, choose the corresponding model, which is the DJI Mini 4K. It's saying take up the control sticks, power it up, and connect the USB-C cable. And now we need to unfold where I've already done that. We've got the drone ready. Turn it on. And it's now searching for the aircraft. And there we are. It's connected just like that. It's just as easy as that. Now we need to activate the DJI device. So I'm going to click agree. Activation successful. Aircraft successfully bound with the device. DJI refresh. This is something I would recommend, and we're going to see how much it is actually. So if we click purchase now, it is, so for 1 year DJI refresh, £35. And with that you get 2 low cost replacements, flyaway, water and collision coverage. 3-day average replacement time, 2 3-way shipping replacement. Now I've not used DJI refresh yet, but it sounds good and I've heard good stories about it. So for the sake of £35, if you crash this and ruin the gimbal, you can just get a new one sent you. Finally, before we get outside flying, we got to do 2 things: update the drone and put a memory card in it. So let's go ahead and update the drone now. So some of the updates: version 1.7.4 added support for remote ID requirements of some countries and regions. So this has got remote ID built in, which is, well, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it means you can fly this in the future basically. If your country puts remote ID on a sub 250 gram drone while that's downloading, yeah. I go for this one all the time, 256 gigabytes Samsung. It's been spot on, relatively cheap. Right, so the memory card will just go in the slot at the back. You can only put it in one way, so you can't go wrong. Yep, that's the wrong way, so it's the printed side upwards. Actually, I don't know if I want to insert this as it's doing the update. I think I'll wait just in case. So the update is finished. We've got to restart if device powers off automatically, which it has. So we can now put our SD card in. Yeah, printed side upwards. Just like so. Now we can go and test her out. So we've fully set up the drone. We've downloaded the app. We've installed the firmware updates. Let's go in the garden for a little test flight. Right, so we've got our operator ID on, and let's go ahead and power the drone on and do a little test flight. Yeah, this is just from my back garden. So the drone is now powered on. Put it down on the landing pad down there. Right, we're down to 91% battery as we've been playing around with the firmware and stuff. It's actually coming up with SD card malfunction. Change SD card, so I'm going to try and plug it in again. Okay, it's still coming up with SD card malfunction, so I'm going to go and look at this card. Okay, so we're all good now. I had to go and reformat memory card, even though it's brand new. I don't know what's going on there. I'll wait a second before taking off as I can hear an aircraft. Quite a low one. Right, that's flown over now, so let's go ahead and take off.
Take off. Home point updated.
To me it sounds a bit more quieter than the Mini 2SE. It shouldn't be. Let's bring it a bit closer. Well, I've got the microphone on me. Yeah, that doesn't sound quieter. I'm not sure why. Right, let's go ahead and get some footage. Start recording. So yeah, what do you think of the 4K footage? What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and fly to this pond. Yeah, we got a pond down here. And this is shooting on full auto. Let's go a bit high up. So here we go, budget. so here we go. We've got a budget DJI drone shooting 4K. Yeah, please let me know in the comments what you think of the footage. Whether it looks better than the Mini 2SE or the same. It's quite a nice day today.
Return to home.
And let's see how accurate we can get the landing. This is on our automatic return home. Looks pretty good at the moment. Yep, and we're quite a bit off.
Landing.
And there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that little test flight. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you on the next one.